Hello everyone and welcome back to Slay-Tober. Today we are doing a fun one. We're doing a fun one because this one's based on a true story. Yeah. Today's based on a true story. I broke my head open, went flying into a dresser about a little over a year and a half ago, and I ended up with about 18 to 20 stitches in my forehead. You could see my skull. Okay? There was blood everywhere. It was terrible. And it happened right before I was supposed to start a wedding. I was in the bride and groom's room, actually. So it's a long story and I'm not going to go into it. However, so many of you thought that that was makeup. Everyone was like, oh, I thought you were just kidding because I thought that you were like doing some of like your blood and gore special effect. No. No, that was unfortunately very real, and although I was there to make money, I unfortunately lost a lot of money that day. So I was like, you know what, for Slay-Tober, I am going to recreate my head trauma because I got this nifty little silicone piece with my like mystery box from FakeFX.uk, which I will put the website down below. They do amazing silicone pieces. I got a ton of silicone pieces in a mystery box, and I got a stitches one, and I was like, one of the days it has to be a recreation of my head trauma because we already learned about silicone pieces, and I was like, yeah. We're here. I'm here for it. So this is our cutesy little head trauma that is based on a true story, and we're gonna recreate it today just for and giggles because why not? It's Slay-Tober. Let's get a little gory with it. Ooh, that should have been the slogan for Slay-Tober. Let's get a little gory with it. Now that I've been ultimately just a creeper, let's get into this video, and I'm gonna show you guys how I recreated my little head trauma. If you wanna find out, then please keep watching. All right, y'all, remember how to put on those silicone pieces? Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that back into practice today because we have another silicone piece going into play here. Remember, when you're pulling your silicone pieces off of the foam board that they come on, you wanna make sure you're not just pulling the pins out, you wanna make sure that you're holding on to them and then slowly pulling them out at like a horizontal angle. I am going to put some Prozade on the back and also on my skin where I want the piece and let it dry so that it is invisible. Completely invisible is the key. I'm gonna get all of my acetone ready, and you don't have to put any extra Prozade on, but sometimes I just like to like reinsure it and it sticks on really well. Cut like a little slit in the outer border portion of the silicone, and then basically take your acetone and a ton of Q-tips and start rolling and pulling and dissolving all of the silicone around the actual piece. Then I'm gonna go in with my alcohol paints. These can be a pain in the ass to work with, but it honestly pays off because they look so real. But literally, you are going to cut one of your little bristle brushes down. At least that's what I do. You can also use just like an actual SpecialFX brush of some sort, but you're going to literally flick on all of the alcohol paint and basically balance it out between reds, yellows, creams, things like that to match your skin. I just went over it with my Maron bruise wheel to give it some of that blood, kind of like bruised look, and paint the stitches. And then also put some aged blood on there that I got from my SpecialFX box from FakeFX. And this is how it turned out. This time it is actually makeup and not really a cut on my head. That is the scar that I have, and it's really not that bad, but yeah. This is real life. This is my life, basically. That's me laying in the hospital bed giving a thumbs up, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty much like the day that I did it. So thank you guys so much for being here, and stay tuned for tomorrow. Bye.